Celebrating MacSock 9, Part 2. This is MacVoices. This edition of MacVoices is supported by Notion, the best AI tool for work. Check it out at notion.com/MacVoices. Before I let Mike Potter talk, Dave wanted to add one more thing that I think is probably very appropriate.
Yeah, I was just blown away. Katie, again from Ecamm, we became fast friends and we connected on LinkedIn. So she went through all of her experiences with all. I'm not going to read her whole post, but all her experiences that she had with all other conferences. And I think this couple sentences really stands it out. Is Macstock was one of those smaller events that left a big mark, and one I'll continue to highly recommend. I learned so much, not just from the speakers, but from the attendees, the organizers, and the volunteers. I'm not left with just ideas and action items, but with a network of people I know are there to help, supporting me and cheering me on. And I hope that they know I'm here to do the same. And she says she highly recommends Macstock. And that was just I hope you saw that, Mike, because I did attach you with that. But it was just what an amazing way to impress somebody who had never been there before until this time around, and especially her as being an influencer with Ecamm. That's a testament to how great Macstock is.
Okay, Mike, you've been listening to all of this praise and all of these reactions.
Yeah.
What's your reaction to all of it?
I'm really gratified to hear that folks feel welcome and feel included. That's kind of always been the intention of it. I will admit, and it's probably because I'm running on adrenaline still, that hearing all of this makes me a little emotional, Yeah. I heard someone wrote me earlier today and just talked about how much he appreciated the surprise and delight of turning over that little AirTag, piece of swag that we gave, and to see the Macstock logo on the back of it. And she talked about the other things that the logo was found on that she didn't expect it on. And she just said, those little touches show the care that you give to everything you do. And she wanted me to know that it was noticed and appreciated. And those kind of things, and I'm sorry, I am losing my voice. That's not me choking up, that's me actually losing my voice, which I remember tends to happen every year after Macstock. But, just little comments like that, hearing how much Rachel gets out of it, being there every year, hearing that she feels included, hearing from others who were maybe a little leery about coming, but at the end were just so grateful for the love and warmth that they felt from everybody else in attendance. That's really always been my intention. It was never meant to be just a place for people to sit around and nerd out. We could do that. That's easy to do. But to make an event where, yes, we do sit around and we nerd out, but even those who don't typically nerd out can feel included in that nerding out and start to get new ideas sparked in their head that they never had before, to have new avenues of this hardware and software that they use that they can now explore because they sat in and caught that little nugget that maybe never occurred to them before. That's really special to me to hear that.
No, you deserve all the praise and more, because it really does. It's not like other conferences. It's just a family. It's a family, and you will be welcomed in even if it's your first time. Even at breakfast, I mean, I noticed that we went to breakfast, and there's an empty seat at the table, and somebody else walks in that you see from the conference. It's like, come on over. No, don't sit alone, or don't sit with just the other person you're with. Just everybody get together. It's just that kind of environment.
There is something to be said for sitting alone when you are a little overwhelmed, or you've been absorbing a lot of information, and sometimes it's good to have that downtime where you can just sit and let your brain absorb what's been going on around you. But you are, as Mike just said in our chat, an introvert break. Yeah, exactly. Sometimes that's necessary. But yes, you're right. It is not uncommon at all for someone to be sitting off by themselves and, just think, oh, okay, I'm just going to sit over here and I'm going to do it. And then to have someone come up and say, hey, why don't you join us? And all of a sudden you hear them laughing and participating in the conversation in a way that maybe they wouldn't have had the opportunity to if they weren't invited to participate in the first place. So, yeah, it is like that. It is very warm. It is very welcoming. And I was touched to see in many instances this weekend the Macstock community rising up and doing what the Macstock community does, and lift others who maybe were having a bad experience at any one point. So,
yeah. Mike Schmitz.
Yeah, well, I just wanted to share a brief story that supports the point that Mike just made, because I am 99% sure I have been to every single Macstock. The first one I came to, I drove down because it's like 3 hours away. I was set to go to Macworld. I finally had someone who was going to go with me, and it got canceled. But I knew nobody, and I came there that first Macstock, and I was terrified until I sat and had lunch with Dave Ginsburg and the rest of the suburban Chicago user group.
I know.
And then I was like, oh, these are my kind of nerds. And I've been back every year since.
That's perfect. That's perfect.
And every year since, with Rachel in tow. Because if I recall, she did not attend
that's true.
The first one.
Yeah. Mike, before you lose your voice completely, I want to make sure, though, that we've let folks know that for those who are listening to us and saying, boy, I wish I could have come, you can't come until next year because there's not a Macstock, but you can benefit from all the presentations through the virtual ticket.
The digital pass, yeah.
Or digital pass? Virtual ticket, sorry. Digital pass.
Yeah, once I get them edited, which thanks to the amazing production skills of Roger Harmon, who contributed a lot to the weekend, as did all of our other volunteers. But, he ran our production desk. And since, I guess if we're going to continue the Ecamm Love Fest, since we, which is well-deserved, by the way, since we switched to using Ecamm as our primary production tool at Macstock, it has made my job assembling the digital pass that much easier. And then to have Roger be the one who's sitting there and effectively, he's the director. He's serving as the director the entire weekend. And for the most part, what you see in the digital pass is his cut. It's the Roger Harmon cut. And that's what becomes the digital pass. So he has made my job so much easier when that comes. But generally about 30 to 45 days after Macstock, those videos start to roll out. And if you do sign up for the digital pass, or if you did attend, people who attend to get the digital pass as well, that's part of your ticket. Roughly about 30 days or so after Macstock, they'll start appearing on the Macstock website. And I will absolutely be putting out a newsletter to let people know that they're available. But this year, the amount of content that's going to be in the digital pass is just crazy, because we got 3 days, not just of 45-minute sessions, but of the 90-minute workshops as well. So everything's going to be in there.
Great. And that, of course, is at MacStockConferenceandExpo.com.
Yeah.
I saved that much.
Or MacStockConference.com. MacStockConference.com. It's a nice short way to get there.
Yeah, I should point out too that Brian Flanagan Arthurs couldn't be with us tonight. He was traveling back, but he's in the chat room, and Brittany Smith is also in the chat room with us. They're throwing in their comments to everybody and saying hi. So, guys, it was great to see you both. Hope to see
Chuck,
you back
can
here.
I call out someone else that's in the chat room, even though stupid YouTube won't let me actually join and participate?
Sure. How do you know that they're in the chat room then, Jeff?
Because I can see the chat room. I just can't join to talk in the chat room.
Okay.
But I saw that Cindy Rotz is in there, and Cindy deserves a call out because she does so much behind the scenes to make sure that things come off really smooth on site. Like she's there when you're signing in and picking up your badge and the swag bag that Mike always makes sure is there for people. She's there when you're when you're like, I need to add to my Macstock mug collection, or I need a new hat. Just like that mug right there. She's that person that's sitting at the table at the back of the conference room to make sure that you get the stuff that you want to buy. And anyhow, I just wanted to call out Cindy because she's one of those kind of like unsung heroes of Macstock.
Well deserved. I believe I mentioned in my closing comments, and I'll mention it again since you brought it up, Jeff. Janet and I simply couldn't do it without her help. It's
Janet deserves a call out
to
too.
the success of the weekend.
She does.
Yeah. Janet, she's there at the check-in, and between Janet and Cindy, everyone gets signed in. And if Cindy's not at the swag table, it's Janet that's there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mike
and Brian, of course.
Oh yeah, Brian. Brian was amazing.
Calling out people, we have to call out Brian because this is the first year he was officially MC. Last year he kind of took it on spur of the moment, but this year, and I mentioned this in my closing comments, I don't think he even completed the question. Hey, what do you think about me becoming the official MC this year? And I was like, yep, all yours. You do such an awesome job. You can have it, Brian. And of course,
better be his job next year, too.
I mean, when were the mistakes made on stage? When this guy was talking. When were the mistakes not made on stage? When Brian was talking. That's, he's got it all right up here. There's no notes. He's just riffing the entire time. He's really good at it. Really good at it.
Yeah, he clearly did.
I don't know what I'm going to do if Cindy and Brian and Roger ever say, we're going to just have to fold up the tent and pack it in because all of them are so instrumental to the success of Macstock Weekend.
Well, and Brian, I mean, not only does he riff on it, but he's clearly done research on everyone.
Oh, he did. Yeah.
He's pulling stuff out of bios and things. It's like, how did he find that out? So yeah, hats off to Brian. No question about it.
In your case, he made up most of it. But for the others, he actually researched. And no, he did.
This edition of MacVoices is supported by Notion, the best AI tool for work. Check it out at notion.com/MacVoices. These days, every app seems to be, quote, powered by AI, unquote. But most of them feel like add-ons, or worse, another window to manage, another app to manage. That's why you need Notion. Notion AI is all-in-one AI powered by your work and all in one place. It automatically captures meeting notes, instantly finds the exact content you need, drafts detailed docs for you, and lets you chat with the best AI models. Notion AI just became twice as powerful for teams, making it the best AI for work. Notion listens in on Zoom or Teams calls and creates meeting notes that are clearer, more complete, and better organized than anything I do manually. It picks out decisions, action items, and even follow-ups automatically. Then, I can use those notes to draft summaries, documents, or project briefs without switching apps. It's like having a smart assistant built into your workplace that actually understands your work and doesn't ask for overtime. And because it's Notion, everything stays connected. Docs, tasks, notes, projects, so you aren't hunting through 6 different tools to find what you need. Now it's your turn. Check out Notion, the best AI for work, right now at notion.com/MacVoices. That's all lowercase, notion.com/MacVoices. When you use my link, you're supporting MacVoices and giving yourself the smartest workspace around. Thanks to Notion for supporting MacVoices. Again, before you lose your voice, there is the opportunity to attend Macstock number 10 coming up next year, and you've already announced dates, much to the surprise and delight of all of us.
Yeah, I did. I was thrilled. It's the first time I've been able to do that in several years. Huh. I've always been, since COVID, I've been very skittish about announcing dates. I haven't wanted to announce dates. But this year, I felt pretty confident going ahead and letting the conference center pencil in the dates for next year. It's effectively the same weekend as this year. So what does that work out to be? The 10th, 11th, and 12th, I think, of July. I can verify that, but I think
that put it in my calendar.
10th, 11th, and 12th. So that Friday, Saturday, Sunday next year, and I hope folks can make it. Yeah.
Well, if you can make it, folks, put it on your calendar now. Book your vacation with your work. Let them know that you won't be there that weekend, that you'll be in Crystal Lake, Illinois, because it's every year. I maybe I'm just overstating it. Maybe it's just because this one is fresh. Every single year seems to get better. It just does. So I don't know how you're going to top it.
I feel really good about this weekend. This was a fantastic. Look, we got to give credit to every single presenter who took the stage. The prep that went into every talk was just amazing. I had some people resubmit their presentation 4 times to me. No names, but I had some people submit their he's down there smiling. Submit their presentation 4 times because they were continually tweaking it and making it better because they just didn't want to let that initial version be the one that went out.
It's okay to call me out by name.
All right, it was Jeff.
Yeah,
it was Jeff.
And there was one point
seriously,
where it was
though, I mean, every iteration of that,
yeah.
every iteration you submitted, Jeff, was just that much better. And that's because of the care and attention you were putting into making it better. And every presenter did the same. Every single one.
I did it too, and I owe you my final version so you could get it.
Too late now.
Oh, final version in your Dropbox we said.
Yeah, of course.
I also want to mention, I want to give you a special thanks, Mike, because Mike gave us an hour on stage to do an in-person version of MacVoices Live.
So fun.
So we pulled up most of the panel that were there and just had a roundtable. And it was an interesting experience because we've all never done a live show before anywhere. I mean, a live in-person, physically. And so it was the first time we'd ever done that as a group together. And it was a lot of fun. And so that was recorded. And I've got to check my recording and see how it turned out. But I know Roger captured it. So, one way or another, it will appear here on MacVoices for your enjoyment or terror, whichever is appropriate.
8 panel members.
Are you serious? We've never done MacVoices live before Macstock this year.
Not with this panel.
It feels like we've done this before.
I mean, I think we've done variations, but not with this panel and not with that big a panel.
Right.
So, I mean, and there are a couple of years Mike's had us do podcaster panels or, those kind of things. But I don't believe there's ever been a MacVoices Live of that kind on stage. So,
Yeah, every idea I threw at Chuck, he said, "That's stupid, Mike. I'm not doing that. I'm doing MacVoices live. That's it. That's the only thing we're doing." No. We had the extra time. As unfortunate as this is, we have to thank the wedding party that canceled that weekend, because that completely opened up the weekend for us, and we were able to do so much more than we thought we were going to do. And wonderfully, you said, "Yeah, let's give it a shot. Let's do, let's throw a MacVoices live panel in there," and it was fantastic.
It was fun. It was fun.
Blast, absolute blast.
And as far as the wedding cancellation thing goes, hey, sorry for the bride. The groom got away. Good job, buddy. Whoever you are. I don't know who you are, but and that's going to get me in so much trouble right there.
Remember, Cindy's in the chat room.
Yeah, I know. She's used to it. I hope.
I kind of think they had to cancel, because of the birth of their first child was occurring at the same time. So,
okay.
I'm trying not to laugh because I'm only going to encourage him.
You okay there, Eric? Did he get you?
I'm just thinking from the one night I was up all night long and still in the morning, somebody didn't cancel.
Oh, little party in the next room?
Oh, right above.
Oh, right above. Oh.
Luckily, slap on a Vision Pro, some AirPods, turn on noise cancellation, and blissful, serene sleep. For
you were in the room below me?
You slept in the Vision Pro?
You didn't, what?
Yeah, I'm just going to leave all that alone.
Yeah, smart man. Anything else before we put Macstock 9 in the books and look forward to Macstock 10?
This is great.
Yeah. Well, Mike, thanks so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Please stick around.
My
Feel free
pleasure.
to stick around. We'd
If you'll
love to have
me,
you.
I'll stick around.
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
And Mike Schmitz, you're welcome to stay as long as you want. I know you said around the top of the hour you needed to go, but I'm glad you're here. So thank you. Again, feel free to come and go as you see fit. But since I think you are going to go, where can folks connect with you?
Best place is probably my website, which is practicalpkm.com. That has links to all the other places, including the YouTube channel.
Great. Thanks, Mike. Oh, and Cletus has made it in the chat room, and he just said, how awesome it was, how great it was. So Cletus, was great to see you as well. We got to get more of the folks from the chat room out to Macstock. That's the objective for next year.
Yep.
Is it going to be Macstock 10 or Macstock X?
Come on.
Boy.
Come on. It's not going to be X. You ever walk into an Apple store and say, "Yeah, I want to get the new copy of OS X"?
Or iPhone.
That's how you know
It's going to be.
That's how you know they're just an IT support guy who's looking for
for freebie.
Windows
Well, there's also the
user.
iPhone X too, right? So
I said that.
It's going to be.
Yeah, there you go.
It's going to be.
It should be Macstock 26 to harmonize with
That's never going to happen. The truth is, the first MacSocks were that way.
Never
years, yeah.
Do it 2015 through
just promise there's never
2019.
going to be a MacStock 10S.
Yeah.
I think it should be Mac Grok.
No. No.
Well, I'm just going to say,
that domain name then.
If you, Mike, if you made it though, Macstock X, maybe you could get Yvonne as a keynote speaker.
No.
Yeah, I got to go.
Yeah.
I added next year's to my calendar, but you guys are all trying to convince me to take it off my calendar.
Don't worry. We're no involvement with that person.
And, the thing I love most about this discussion is that this is exactly what lunches, dinners, the impromptu gatherings were like at Macstock. People sitting around, joking, trading information, trading ideas. This is what it's like, folks. So mark your calendars. Get there next year.
Hey, Mike, just so you know, I've already come up with a third topic idea.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, just so you guys know, macrock.com is already taken.
Huh.
I just looked.
Well, dodged that bullet.
I was going to register it. It's taken.
Oh, well, okay, Webb, you have to say that out loud.
I thought it'd be great to have a comedy night. We call it Mac Shtick. So.
I think that would be great.
Okay, Webb, you're first up. You do the first routine since it's your idea.
I defer to Marty, but that's okay.
I can't
take my Windows
do
PC, please. How was that?
In another context, but back in the day, we were having a technical problem, and somebody said Windows 95 was going to solve all of my problems. So,
Didn't it?
It didn't.
I don't know why when Jeff did his little routine there, I was thinking Fozzie Gamet.
Well, or
waka waka waka.
But we could also have a dance night with Marty and Will as the hosts.
Yeah,
doing the little dance on stage.
Boy, you have really got me pegged wrong. I'm going to take back all that. I'm going to take back all that spiritual stuff I said earlier on the show.
Oh man.
Visit MacVoices.com for show notes and to connect with Chuck on social media. Get involved in our Facebook group or like our Facebook page, and get more out of your Apple tech with MacVoices Magazine, free on Flipboard and on the web. And if you find value in it all, consider supporting us through either our Patreon campaign at patreon.com/MacVoices or by making a one-time donation via the PayPal link on our front page and in the show notes of each episode. You will join these fine people who help bring you Mac Voices. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media at backbeatmedia.com. Bandwidth provided by CacheFly at cachefly.com.